A show of love and support. There's not a person more deserving of your love and support than Mr. Philip Pilgrim. He's well known to many by a list of affectionate names. Uncle Phil, Tall Boy, Slimo, Philip Pilgrim, Philip Map, just to name a few. We're raising money for a person in need, a wonderful and deserving individual. Phil, one of the kindest, most giving, gentle giants you would ever meet, has a life-threatening genetic disorder called Marfan syndrome. This disorder may have a variety of symptoms and usually affects tall and slim people. 1 in 5,000 people usually suffer with this disorder, and many people don't even know they have it. Phil, unfortunately, is one of those. December 6th was just another work day for Phil. The day that started out as a normal day would be life-changing and end like one that Phil had never experienced or could ever imagine. Phil went to his job as a construction and home improvement worker as he had done for the last 20 years. On his way home, he felt pains in his chest and abdomen and dizziness. When he started to drive, he had blurred vision and couldn't see. He pulled off the highway and called his wife, Julia. She immediately went to him and took along a family friend who was a retired ER nurse. Thank God for her, because the minute she saw Phil, she called the ambulance. Phil was transported to Mercy Hospital, where they did blood tests and EKG and a chest and abdominal CAT scan. The CAT scan showed a dissecting or torn aorta, which required immediate emergency surgery. The aorta is the largest artery, and its job is to pump blood away from the heart, which is a vital and important artery. Mercy was not equipped to do the surgery, so he was transported to North Shore University Hospital, where he underwent a 6-hour surgery to replace 13 inches of his aorta, as well as replacing the aorta valve. The surgery was successful, and Phil was discharged a week later. He was making slow progress, but things went from bad to worse. On January 3rd, he was readmitted to the hospital with a high fever, and more tests revealed additional tearing in his aorta, which would require a second surgery, this time to replace his ascending aorta. On January 12th, Phil underwent a second 12-hour surgery to replace the ascending aorta. Phil was discharged again and had been rehabilitating at home. Unfortunately, Phil was readmitted to the hospital on February 17th and faces another surgery to repair an additional section of the aorta. He has a long road ahead of him with months of rehabilitation. This illness has really put a significant financial strain on the family, and Phil is no longer able to provide as he has been so accustomed to doing.
He is not able to work, and nobody knows when he'll be able to get back to work or if he will get back to work. And I was carrying the load on myself, and I've been out of work myself since last year, March, with my own health issues. And he's been supporting me all along. And then all of a sudden, December 7th came, and the rug was pulled from under us. And now both of us are, not able to work because of our health issues, and it's really placing a financial burden on both of us.
As a community, as a family, we are here to help. After his wife, mother, sister, brothers, nieces, and nephews, music is the love of Phil's life. Phil would play guitar morning, noon, and night if he could. Well, he does it whenever he has a chance.
I used to be back in the district playing my box guitar. And this guy, he want to learn to play box guitar. He want to learn to play guitar too. So one day, I showed 3 chords, C, F, and G. And as I say, the rest is history. And I brought him into my folk. I was the director of this folk group named Sir Bartholomew's Folk Chorale, and then he developed his skills. So that when it came to America, I left him with the group and stuff. So then when he came to America, we hooked back up again.
There were points in time when Phil played the guitar, and you could always see that it was some gratification he got from playing it. And I realized that he didn't have this formal training, but he was really so interested in the music and what he did that he put his all into it. Everything that Phil did, he actually was so enthusiastic about it, and people could sense that it was a genuine interest in whatever he did.
I'm the one who sang and wrote the classic song, I'll walk away from love once more. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about a deserving Barbadian artist. I call him an artist because he played in a number of bands in Barbados, and when he came here to the U.S., he also had another band, Mr. Philip Pilgrim. We call him Phil Pilgrim. Some people call him Slim-O. Some people call him Tall Phil, Tall Boy. They had all kinds of names for him. And you know why? Because he was an affectionate and loving guy.
In 2013 and again in 2015, Phil helped organize 2 reunion events that raised funds for his primary schools in Barbados, St. Bartholomew's and Providence Primary. It was very important to Phil that he never forgot where he came from, and giving back was always a big part of Phil's life. He stepped up to the plate time and again to make sure that the events and the fundraising activities were a success. He's going to have a lengthy recovery road and is already worried about meeting the financial obligations, which is the last thing he needs at this time. Please, consider supporting this family during this traumatic season. Any amount will help alleviate the financial pressure that they will experience due to loss of income. We ask you to continue to pray for them and the journey that they're on. Thank you.